Okay, guys. So seriously, I'm so glad you guys were hopping on today. I can't tell you the craziness that has happened in 24 hours with these codes. Like in the 8 years of me doing this business, I am a little bit overwhelmed and I'm super excited. So I wanted to make sure that I got on with you guys and you guys know how to use these codes and know what we're doing as a team. Okay. So first and foremost, every single coach that has signed on by April 15th has a 40 off code. Okay. One code. Now, if you're a coach after April 15th, every coach from here on out and moving forward, Beachbody gives a $10 off code too. So just so you guys know that. Any new coach you sign up will always get a 10 off code. But this is the $40 off code that we're talking about for the Get Up program with Shanti. Okay. So in short, it's $100, right? Or 90, depending on what they choose, and they get to sign up as a coach free. They get Shakeology, they get the program, and they get all access for an entire year. So this literally is the biggest thing that I've seen for $100. They get everything. So I want you guys to know that the entire team's codes we can all use. So you guys, I literally have been up all night collecting my entire downline's codes. I have extra codes coming out my booty. So if you guys need codes, just shoot me a message and I will give you the codes that I have too. Okay. So also though, I want you guys to reach out to your coaches and your downline, whether or not they're working the business, whether or not they want the dance program, see if they're going to use their code. Okay. If they're not going to use their code, ask them to give it to you. Tell them that we're doing this as a team and we want to make sure that none of these codes get left behind because it's such a big opportunity. Right now, here's what I found that happened last night. When I sent my downline that message, and I screenshot the message for you guys. So if you go back into the chat, and I'm sorry, I was plugging in tons of messages for you guys. So if it's confusing, just send me a private message and I'll make sure I send it to you privately. But once I sent those messages out, they realized that they didn't have a code, right? And they were like, oh, I didn't know I was getting this code. And then all of a sudden they were like, oh, can you make me a share cart? So in short, the coaches that are early in my downline, they didn't know that they had a code and they purchased right away, right? And then the ones that didn't want to use it gave me the code, okay? So very important, as your first step, make sure that you reach out to all of your coaches that you have ever signed up to make sure that they are either going to use it or they can give it to you. Okay. Now, if they did not, and the code shows up in their email, if they did not receive a code in their email, they can go on to live chat. And I asked a few of my coaches because they didn't receive it. I was like, will you do me a huge favor? Will you go on to live chat and I'll show you guys the steps. They hop on live chat, they can go through the text system and they will send them their code immediately right through the text system. Okay, so that you get those codes. Do you guys have any questions on that part? Cool. All right. Now, go back to your potential coach list. If you're working this business how you should have a list of people that you're working from that you have ever considered becoming a coach on your team. Go to that list tonight. You guys literally spend the next 48 hours because these codes expire tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. I have been going nonstop because this is huge. Like I'll share with you guys right now. I'm at Success Club 32 in my first CBC and Success Club 11 in my husband's, and my second CBC is about to be 2-star just from yesterday. All night, all day. This is all I've been doing. So I was like, Nathan's like, you've got to get the team on to make sure that they all know how to do this. I was like, I know. So that's why I'm here. Glad you guys are here. So questions on that? No. Okay. So go to your potential coach list. Anybody that has ever said no, anybody that has ever said that they didn't have the money to join you when you invited them 3 years ago, go back and send them that invite that I sent you guys. They can now join you for $100. And again, if they don't want the dance program, it doesn't matter because they're going to get an entire year of all of our workouts for $100 and Shakeology. Shakeology by itself is $120, right? So I just want to encourage you guys to literally take the next 48 hours and give this all you've got. Go to your downline, go into everybody that you've added into our Fit Fam group. I'm sure you guys have forgotten a lot of people that are in there. You guys should be adding people in there daily still, right? There's a ton of people in there. When you go into FitFam, if you click on the members tab, open up the members tab, and you can see everybody that you've personally added to that group. Send them all a message today. Let them know, hey, I know you wanted to do this before, and now it's only $100. Okay. And again, if you're doing this, you're signing on coaches. Does not mean they have to work the business side. We should all, especially, I know Jody's going to hit it too. She's more than likely going to be rank advancing to Emerald on Thursday. Super exciting. She just signed up a few days ago. But even for our Fallen Diamonds, this is a great opportunity for you to get back to Diamond by Thursday, because we're signing on coaches. These are active coaches for you, right? Doesn't mean they're working the business, but you need those active coaches to rank. Okay, Kelly, I love seeing you on here because I miss you. Okay, so let's see. You're reaching out to your downlines. Oh, talk about it in your stories. I had huge success with that yesterday. Just get on there. You guys, don't be shy about this, please. Like, it is such a huge deal. Get on there, be excited about it, talk in your stories. Don't just post about it. Go into your Facebook stories, talk and say, listen, I just got however many codes you want to say, right? I said 10 because I knew I was going to start collecting codes, but you guys, we have plenty of codes. Okay. So if you personally run out of your own codes, send me a message because I will send you the ones that I'm collecting. Okay. Here comes
I have a question, Rachel.
Yes. Go ahead, honey.
So our $40 off code is the same code, and we just send that to whoever is interested in signing up.
Yes, but you only have one.
Oh, so I can only use it one time.
Correct.
Okay. I was going to send the same code. Oh no. Okay.
That's what I wanted to make sure that you guys are aware, because I had that question yesterday. Everybody was, my code's not working now. I'm like, well, you only have one. Okay. So every single code is different. Okay. So make sure that when you have used that code already, that you delete it, so you're not sending and messing up everything, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And that's why I said, once you use your codes that you have and you use all of your coaches that you collect, reach out to me and I have more.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Any other questions? Don't be shy. Okay. All right. So share about it in your stories. Get on there and say, hey, I've got three $40 off promo codes, and tell them what they're going to get. Hey, you're going to get access to Beachbody On Demand, all of our workouts, Shakeology. You're going to become a coach for free, whether or not you want to work the business. Message me today through Facebook Messenger. I only have 3 of these codes left. Like, you would be silly if you don't sign up right now. Right? You guys can go back to my stories from yesterday, and that's really what I did. I literally talked to my stories and told everybody that they would be stupid if they didn't jump in right now. I'm like, you guys don't understand. I've done this for 8 years. This is the cheapest I've ever seen this go. So talk about it in your stories. Go live on your Facebook. Go live on your Facebook. Get uncomfortable. Talk about what you have right now. Get excited about it. Talk about how many coaches have signed up on our team in the last 24 hours, right? You guys are going to start to see me adding new coaches here as soon as we get off this call. I couldn't make everybody's graphics fast enough because I have like 13 new coaches from yesterday. That's why I want you guys to start talking about this, because I know that it's working. Okay. And also the $100 tab, it's so doable for everybody. For most people, they can afford $100, right? Usually it's 160, to get everything. So make sure that you guys are letting them know that it's that deal. So again, go to FitFam. Everybody that you've ever invited in there, anybody who said no to you in the past, go to your potential coach list, that you have a list of running people that you've been talking to about becoming a coach. Now, when you sign them on and they say, well, hey, I don't want to work the business. I don't want to be a coach, but I really want this deal. Awesome. You don't have to coach. You don't have to do any of that. You're just going to get the deal. And so when they start asking questions, all you say is, hey, you're just becoming a VIP member. And it's going to save you it's going to give you 25% off of Shakeology next month, and your all of your future orders. And you're going to save on shipping right now. And if you don't want, and then if they pull up and they say, hey, well, what about the $15 extra monthly fee for their coach websites? Send them that graphic. Say, hey, it actually is going to save you money in the long run anyways, because Shakeology is going to be cheaper. Okay. but also always let them know they can cancel anytime. People get so afraid that they're going to get locked into Home Direct or something that they don't want. If you tell them right away, hey, Julie, no problem. You can cancel this anytime. You're not locked into anything. And you can drink the entire bag of Shakeology and get a 100% refund if you don't like it. Okay. So make sure that you are just educating them on what they're getting. Okay. All right.
Rachel,
Yeah.
real quick, I have a question on that. So I remember, I can't remember, it was last year or something like that when we were doing this, when we were all pushing and we were selling and doing all this stuff, where it was like they bought the completion pack, but when they went to cancel, they had to cancel everything. Does anybody else remember that? Like you even canceled your Beachbody On Demand. Am I totally like remembering wrong? But I could have sworn that I had at one time, I think it was my sister or something, she wanted to cancel the Shakeology or something like that, or the supplements, but she had to cancel Beachbody On Demand as well. It was like this whole thing. And it was this new change that they had done. Do you remember that, Leticia?
I had a couple people do that who wanted to cancel their coach account. They didn't want to be coaches anymore.
Yeah.
And so they ended up having to cancel.
Like you even have to
everything.
cancel Beachbody On Demand and
Right.
everything. Like you don't
Yeah.
get to keep Beachbody On Demand. So that's the only concern I have, because a lot of the people don't want to do, even though I tell them that they can do it for free and they can cancel anytime, then that issue came up. I remember that issue specific to where if they cancel as a coach, they completely lose Beachbody On Demand as well.
Let me confirm that because I haven't seen that. And I just had a coach cancel on Friday and they didn't lose their on demand.
Okay.
But I do vaguely remember us having to go through that because we were having to jump through some hoops, and that was like last year, right?
Or it was like the year before, it was whenever it was. And that's my only concern is when it comes to them canceling, if they decide to cancel their coach account as well, and they're going to have a problem just keeping Beachbody On Demand if they don't want any supplements or anything like that, because it was such a good deal. It like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember
they had paid for the sale price.
Correct. And that's I don't know if we're going to have that same problem with this time.
Okay. Let me confirm on that. I do know that when they do purchase a sale, they can still cancel Shakeology anytime. And so for the Home Direct order, that's kind of what I was going with that, is that they can cancel that Home Direct order. So they're not locked into that. Now, if they still want to keep the coach, then they're going to be paying $15, right, to keep the coach account.
Correct.
So
but if they don't want to do that anymore, then do they lose Beachbody On Demand as well? That's my concern and my question.
Okay, let me confirm that because I don't know. Because I do remember us going through that last year, but I had that coach cancel on Friday, so I don't think so, but let me confirm for sure. Okay. Any other questions like that? No. Are you guys excited? Tiffany's like, yes. Tiffany, I'm excited to get on your call at 11:30, right? Okay, there was a few. Oh, BOD group. Make sure you go into our BOD group and connect with the people that you guys have in there too, right? Also, go into your coach office and send an email through your coach office letting everybody know that you have this deal, okay? Just because Beachbody sent it out, just because you're seeing all these coaches send it out, does not mean all of your people know, right? I was like shocked that my people didn't even know, especially my discount coaches. They're like, because the emails went out from corporate, everybody got an email, but not a lot of people pay attention. So send that private message and say, hey, check your email.
I didn't get an email. I had to go through the chat to get my code, and I only got one code. So like some people get like multiple codes. I only got one code. And I had to chat and I fell asleep because it was like at midnight pert near when they got back to me, and they're like, is that anything else? And I wanted to ask them, yo, how come I only got one code? But then after seeing everybody having to jump through certain hoops, I was like, I'm just lucky to have my one code. And I'm happy with that. But yeah, never got no email.
See, so that's the thing. So make sure you send your coaches a message.
I actually got two. I got two emails. It's a duplicate, but it was two emails with the same code.
That was probably supposed to come to me. No, I'm kidding.
But it's the same code, so it's not a different code. I just got a duplicate email.
Yeah.
Well, that's whack.
Yeah. Correct. And just so you guys know, everybody does only get one code. So if you see coaches saying, hey, I have 10 codes, it's because they have collected their downlines codes. or they have multiple CVCs like I do. I have 3 CVCs. So I got it in my husband's center. Make sure for your spouse accounts, you're collecting your codes too. Okay. Questions? No. Okay. So what are you guys going to do today? Please, you guys, I can't stress this enough. Like, people are buying the crap out of this right now and they want it. And you guys, it's a great opportunity for you to push your business forward. Again, if they don't stay on as coaches to build a business, it doesn't matter. That is your residual income right there, because they are paying for a recurring Shakeology order, right? If you can lock all these in by Wednesday, you're going to have a huge push come next month and the months forward, as long as they stay on their Shakeology Home Direct. Okay. So again, if you're out of your codes, just send me a message and I'll send you whatever I have left. And I'm collecting more today. I have a lot of share carts that I got to get out right now too. So it's getting a little crazy, but it's a lot of fun. So I want you guys to talk about it, get it out there. And I wanted to make sure that you guys knew exactly what we were doing with this. Okay. Tara, do you have any questions? It's so good to see you, honey. You guys all look so beautiful. Isn't it awesome to see another new pretty face on here? Jody, where are you at right now?
I'm in Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Welcome to the team, honey. Jamie's driving. This is honestly our core group right here. These are my top coaches. They show up to the calls. They're the producers. So I'm excited for you to get to know them all. And we're all like besties. So all right, guys, I'm not going to keep you much longer because that's all I wanted to talk about. Make sure that you go into your downlines and just make sure you're sending those messages out. Okay. Get these codes. I don't want any code left behind, because this is massive right now and it's going to build your income. Okay. Do you guys have any questions, like on ideas, how to use your codes, how to talk about them? I know some of the other girls can share some tips that they've done. What have you guys done that has already been working? I'd love to hear. Does anybody want to share? I'm sure Jamie wants to share, but she's driving. Jamie's always got great ideas.
I'm all talking and I'm not even muted. But anyway, I have people waiting for my live unboxing is what I was going to do, because I'm getting some bands. I didn't know what size, so I got both sizes of bands and my foam mat, and I never gotten a foam mat before. So I was going to unbox all that, and I think I'm supposed to get energized. And then I was going to pop the codes in at the end and say, yo.
I love that. Great idea. I love it. And you guys, if you haven't tried the workout, it is so much fun. And I've loved watching Leticia do it.
I did it again today. So
did?
I did workout 1, and I had even more fun than I did the first time with the sample. It's fun.
I'm bummed I can't exercise right now since I'm on the reset. So I'm like, no, I'm like dying because I did it on Sunday and I had so much fun. I was just like, woo, let's do this. I have absolutely no rhythm sometimes, and it was just like a lot of fun to do it.
So fun. And I love Shanti. Were any of you on his call last night?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He's just amazing, isn't he? He is so full of life. And that's the other thing about his programs. People love Sean. Let me tell you, I have an army of people that they don't care what kind of program he comes out with. They are his lifers and they will purchase. Yeah. So whenever we have a new release by Sean, it is so exciting because he's got an army of people and you don't even know where they're coming from, but they're there. And, because I myself, I was like, I like the harder workouts. So I was like, oh, another dance program, that's fun. But I knew there was going to be plenty of people that wanted this program. So I knew I had to do it too. And I tried it and I'm like, this is so much fun. You're just laughing at yourself the whole time, but you're sweating. And then he throws in the insanity moves in there. I'm like, what is even happening right now?
Yeah.
So
it was definitely a lot of fun.
There's a line that he says in one of I think it was in today's workout. He says, feel yourself. And then I'm seeing myself going like, whoa.
Freaking feeling yourself. I love this move.
Yes.
I love it.
I like the hip shake one where you're like, where you're doing that. I'm like, yes, hip shake. Let's do that.
So fun. So yeah, live unboxing, Chris. That's a great idea. Even if you guys go on live and walk through how to do Beachbody on demand and show them where the sample workout is in there to find, and then talk about your codes in the end, right? However you want to do it, get on there and just share about this right now. So I'm not going to keep you guys longer because I want you to go talk about it. I want you to send out as many messages you can in the next 48 hours. And I want you guys to screenshot and share it in the chat room so we can all cheer each other on. I want us to all be just diligently working right now and doing it. Okay?
Sorry.
I love you guys. I appreciate you for showing up. I want to take a picture. All right, loves. Okay, let's do this, all right? Okay, oh, and you guys let me know if you want to get back on tomorrow, because tomorrow was our team call, okay? I'm here and I'm all here for it. So maybe we'll recap and see what happens from today after we work. Yeah? Okay.
Question just real quick for you, Rich.
Yeah, honey, go for it.
So I'm on, obviously everyone, you guys don't have to say if you don't want to. I'm obviously on the second day of my cleanse and I haven't hopped on to talk about it. So if I hop on and talk about it and just kind of, I talk about how I feel and stuff like that, and then I can throw in
Absolutely.
the codes, or how would I do that? Like,
just like that, just be like, hey, I'm on day 2 of my cleanse. This is how it's going. Show them the supplements that you've had to take this morning, right? You can just share those because people love seeing what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
When I was able to show the supplements, they just wanted to ask questions. It's pretty fascinating how people love watching people. We all do it, right?
Yeah.
What's she taking? What's she drinking? What's that pill, right?
Yeah.
Show them that, and then in the end say, hey, you guys, our company has launched this huge promo right now. I've been sampling Shanti's workout, even though I can't work out right now. I tried it the other day. So much fun. I've got however many codes you have, but you guys have to message me today. Like, this is a killer deal, and I want you guys to have this. Right.
Okay. Just say it's a killer deal. I don't so I say it's a $40 coupon, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. Right.
So they get everything for $100 and tell them
I can say that.
Yep. They get everything for $100. Now, also you have your Shakeology. So pull out your Shakeology and say, hey, you guys are going to get Shakeology in that deal for $100. This bag right here is worth $120 by itself.
Yeah.
Okay. So talk about that too. Cause I don't know. Are you drinking Shakeology during the reset?
I'm not.
Not at all. Okay.
I'm not right now
because I couldn't live without it.
Well, I couldn't see where I was supposed to drink it. Like I didn't specifically see where.
It doesn't tell you in the kit because it's not part of it. But
I didn't. Yeah.
You just do it whenever like you normally do. So I had it in the morning.
Okay.
Yep. So anytime you want to replace something or late at night, it's not going to hurt anything as far as your results for the reset.
Okay.
Okay. And if you start to feel like hungry, there's your Shakeology, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to have it because I just can't go without it.
Yeah, I didn't have it yesterday, and I'm like, I'm not sure how I feel about this right now.
Like
So,
that. Like
So,
goofy pants.
yeah. So, okay, cool.
All
That was just my question. Is I wasn't sure how to like lead into it if I'm talking about my cleanse, and all of a sudden I'm like, hey, by the way, I just wasn't sure how to like lead into that.
Well, and here's the thing to remember. You've already been sharing your workouts. People already know you are Beachbody, right? You do these workouts. So they know all of that. So just because you're doing a different program and you're not, and then you want to include that they have a new program out, doesn't mean you can't talk about that.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, talk about what you're doing now, throw in your codes, talk about Shakeology and how they're going to get that and all the good stuff. Right. Cool. Any other questions or things that you guys want to share to help somebody else out? No. Okay. All right. I love you guys. All right. I expect everybody to hit Success Hub 100 and reach out to me. I hope to hear from you guys that want extra codes because I have lots. Okay. So let's make some magic happen. I love you guys. Bye.
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 Bye, honey. Oh, it just melted my heart. Bye, pumpkin.
Bye.